I've been practicing yoga for about 10 years now. I love it for both the physical and mental challenge. For me, yoga is like therapy, and it's been the most consistent part of my life for the past decade. Yoga has continued to nurture my mind, body, and soul, but I've been stuck recently. I've been feeling stagnant, not only in my yoga practice, but in life, and I need something to help me push past it. An advanced posture taught in yoga is the handstand. I've been able to land a handstand for a few seconds for the past few years, but I haven't practiced it enough consistently to go beyond that. I have no problem doing a handstand up against a wall, but when I try and do one in open space, I get stuck. I am petrified of falling forward and breaking my neck, and it's really just the fear that is stopping me from learning how to do it. So, I've decided to try and learn how to do a handstand in just 1 week, to push myself to not only advance in my yoga practice, but also to help me push past some mental blockages that have been holding me back in my life. So I asked my friend Andrew Seeley, a world-renowned yoga teacher and handstand wizard, to be my teacher this week and help me learn the physical and mental mechanics of handstanding. My goal by the end of this week is to be able to land a handstand for a full 10 seconds.
Today, I'm gonna give you a full-on handstand training. This is gonna give you preparation to be able to land your handstand in 30 days or less.
So you have a program where you teach people how to do a handstand in 30 days or less.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and do this in 1 week.
Woo!
Do you think that is possible?
Style. Anything is possible. With a healthy mind and a true heart, you can practice and achieve anything.
So you'll be taking me through a handstand class today. What does that entail?
Handstand classes entail the muscular awareness that it takes to find stability upside down. They also entail a lot of core work so that you can really activate your core, which is the center of your being. And then after that, we'll really focus on finding the breath in inverted positions.
And yoga is all about the breath, as we know. You do incredible things with your body. I'm like, what the heck? How do you do that?
It's all concentration, and I feel that yoga is a moving meditation. So every time that I have the opportunity to get onto my mat, it allows me to really tap into my breath, tap into my being, and really begin to harness my breath to move effortlessly through those poses. Every single pose is really just an opportunity for you to tap into your mindful awareness of your body, your mind, and your spirit. We started with wrist and shoulder mobility to warm up. Then we moved into core strength and shoulder strength.
Awesome, and as you shift forward, yep, really bring the heel as close to your bottom as possible. Heel as close, there we go. Inhale up and back. Feel the difference there? Nice, there we go. So we're really engaging the lower belly, the transverse abdominals.
Next, Andrew prepped me with some poses for proper handstand alignment.
What this helps you do is to find buoyancy in the lower back and to really feel a lift into the lumbar spine. So again, engaging the quadricep and bringing your hips into a square. The reason that we do that is so you can really find the engagement of the quadricep and also to keep the hips square so that we feel more of a lift of the back leg.
Oh.
There we go. Kick into my hand. Kick, 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 kick.
Oh.
Woo! She's working.
Woo!
See, you're already halfway to a handstand. All you gotta do is lift that foot. And one. Step the foot back. Yep, you got it. Inhale, rise up, crescent pose.
Feel that in the entire outside of the leg.
Exactly.
You know?
Your whole IT band, all of the outer area of the leg is working, and you should also feel it in your glute as well.
Yep. Once my body was fully prepped for handstands, there was one more thing I needed to learn before moving forward. How to fall out of a handstand.
So our goal is never to fall over.
That's my fear, is falling over on my neck and breaking my neck or something, you know? That's a terrifying fear I have, and that's why I feel like I haven't been able to advance.
Totally.
In the handstand.
Well, this is gonna help you get to that point where you feel comfortable falling, because if we know how to fall, then we're not fearful of falling. Okay?
Andrew taught me 2 ways to fall out of a handstand, either from side to side or what he calls the tuck and roll, which would be the way to fall if I was falling forward.
The key here is tucking your chin. So as you tuck your chin, the chin draws in towards the chest, and then you roll over by bending the elbows and towards the body. The rolling action comes from here to here to here. Okay?
All right.
So you'll watch. I kick up. Oh, I'm going way too far. I draw the chin in towards the chest and I roll over. Okay?
That looks scary. Tuck the chin, bend the elbows.
You got it. Yep. Ow! You did it! You did it!
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't the most graceful of landings. Finally, after a lot of prep and learning, I was ready to start going upside down.
Think of your balance as an equilateral triangle, okay? So you want the top of the triangle to be the point that you look at the whole time.
I learned 3 ways to get into a handstand: the scissor lift, the tuck hop, and the straddle kick.
Up, together. Bring it back down, same way you came up. And you can see my fingers, they're actually pressing so hard into the mat that they're causing the mat to crunch up. That's because I'm really engaging my hands as much as possible.
That top of the triangle.
Nice. Yep. 3 more breaths. Whoa.
Question?
Yes.
Is it bad to stop yourself with the wrist movement forward?
I am not a supporter of walking with your hands.
Okay.
Because when you get in the habit of walking with your hands, then your mind goes towards that as being a means to catching your balance. Whereas if you really want to find your balance in a straight handstand, then the way to do it is to bring your feet back down and to start again.
We did a lot more handstand practice and then a cool down. After the class, I felt like I had learned so much in such a short amount of time about proper handstand alignment and preparation, and I was ready to start practicing on my own for the next week. What is the most important mental practice of being successful at handstands?
To know that you can. Visualize yourself handstanding. As you visualize in your subconscious, it will manifest into your conscious.
Ooh.
Whatever the conscious and aligned mind can conceive, it will achieve.
I need to hang out with you all the time and just have you say things like that. I've literally just rolled out a yoga mat in the middle of my living room and I'm going to get to practicing my handstand. Andrew has a few great YouTube videos that go through a handstand prep flow that I'm going to be using this week to train. If I had all the time in the world, I would be able to spend a long amount of time every day working on my handstand. But since I am quite a busy person, I would only have about 1 hour each day to set aside for handstand practice, so I would need to really make the most of it. Because I could no longer rely on walking with my hands to stop myself from falling forward, I found myself having to fall using the tuck and roll method a lot. Ow. But I had to be okay with challenging myself and falling in order to learn. It is day 2 and I did go to yoga this morning. However, I have not had time yet to practice my handstands today, so I'm about to do a flow here at home using one of Andrew's videos again, and then I'm going to take some time tonight to practice my handstands. Normally, I'd probably be winding down for bed right now, but I gotta get it in.
Heels across the body. Hold it here. Lift the hips for 3. Draw the ankle in for 2. And 1. Go. And need it. I promise you. Breathe up. Lengthen up. So this is a press.
After a few days of practice on my own, I was still feeling stuck. So I went to go practice on the green in Santa Monica and somehow stumbled upon a handstand class that I joined in on. We did a lot of wrist, hand, and shoulder prep, and I learned a few new tricks that were really helpful. It was also just really fun being with other people and learning together in a group rather than being alone in my living room. That was so helpful.
I'm so glad you came. I'm so glad you found us serendipitously.
Yeah. By the end of the week, I had successfully landed a handstand for 10 seconds or more a few times, so I finally proved to myself that I could do it. But being able to do this on command when I met Andrew again would be a little more challenging. I will say I have been able to hold a handstand longer than I've ever been able to in my practice. I'm not yet at the point in just 1 week where I'm able to land it every time.
All I have to say is that you've done a great job, and just in that flow right there, I can see the progress, and it's great to have that ambition, and even more so than that, it's great to have the perseverance to continue to practice. The journey is far more incredible than the destination.
So we're gonna assess my progress right now.
I believe in her. You guys believe in her?
Now the pressure's on because the cameras are on. I'm just nervous. Okay.
Don't be afraid.
Let's do this.
Nice. Don't think about it too much. You got it. Take your time. Bring it back into balance. Bring it back into balance. Yep. There we go. Awesome.
Okay.
Now I want you to try scissor kick. Scissor kick. Don't think about counting the seconds. More so think about using your breath.
Okay.
Yep, you're there. You're there. Breathe it. Breathe it. Breathe it. Yep. Nice. Yeah, that was a way to finish. That was a way to finish right there.
Okay, that was something. I feel way stronger than I did a week ago. It's all about finding the breath and not staying in your head. I'm a notorious overthinker, so for me it's a practice of letting go of the thinking and moving into the feeling. You're such an embodied example of that in real life, so thank you for being my teacher.
Happy to be a student, because every time that I have the opportunity to learn from my students, it helps me to bring the handstand into more of a life perspective, because essentially a handstand is just standing on your hands. It's like, what good is that? It's just an accomplishment that allows you to be able to see that with practice, anything is possible.
So I'm going to link in the video description to Andrew's Handstand in 30 Days course. So if you do want to learn how to handstand on your own, you can check that out. And Andrew's Instagram, because he does really cool stuff on there. And thank you so much for watching. And remember, you have the power to thrive. You have the power to live your best life ever. I'll see you next week.
Blessings. Peace.